everybody, welcome to Chartbox Reviews. I'm staying with my lovely wife Tanya here again, and we're doing a review on Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness. I was almost going to go into this saying, hey, it's going to be a Scarlet Witch, freaking America Chavez, Wong movie with support cast from help from Benjamin Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange. But yeah, we're not going to go into spoilers straight away, but we will get there. So we're fresh out of the cinema. We just saw it.
Yep.
I can't say, oh my god, it's the best movie ever, but I had fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to just be like, all right, here we go.
No, I enjoyed it. There were definitely a lot of there was a few moments in there which I really enjoyed.
So all right, overall, does it work as a MCU film, start to finish, characters and plot and kind of climax?
I would say yeah, it probably still fits in there. It does drag on a little bit more than what I was used to. It's not got that kind of fast-paced Marvel style or there was like a couple of shots that were very Marvel-esque. So I would say yeah, sure.
So I think some of the pacing and stuff was a little bit off. There was a few times where you're just like kind of going, all right, come on, let's move it along. And then there was some sequences that was a little bit too fast, and I was like, I can't see what's going on. But there is some stuff in there where I was just like, wow, that was cool. Yeah. Oh, that was cool. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was like a whole thing, and it was amazing.
The balance of characters a little bit all over the place for me.
Yeah.
So you're still with Strange from start to finish, but there is a few moments where you're just kind of like, all right, I want to get back to what Strange is doing, not know what the hell's going on over here.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
I think everyone served their purpose pretty well.
Yeah.
I think stuff that we saw in the trailer, little bit misleading. I wouldn't say too spoilery.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, it's very it's more of like a horror-esque style movie, I suppose.
And this isn't a sequel to No Way Home.
No.
In any way, like, you know, they mention stuff, but not really.
Yeah.
Like, just when it's kind of like you're leaning in a little bit to like, oh, are they talking about this? And then it's sort of like, that's it. It's just like, no, this is a Doctor Strange movie, but also too, it's roughly shared a lot with the antagonist. But we'll get into spoilers if you haven't got anything else.
No, I'm good. Let's get spoilers.
All right.
Get into it, guys.
So
Woo!
That blew my mind a little bit. Even though the rumors were out there, I was like, they'll never do it. They'll never, ever do it.
And the perfect actor.
And the problem I have with that is the only thing I can complain was they didn't have, is Emily Blunt?
Emily Blunt is, yeah.
They didn't have his wife there. So that was kind of cool to see that. You know, we all knew that Patrick Stewart was going to be in it.
Yeah.
You know, having that little theme of the X-Men's original cartoon,
cool.
that was
seeing him in the original,
him doing that, and you see the projection of his like, you know, mind and stuff.
Very cool.
You had a bit of an issue with the little traits of wokeness in it.
It was just, I was getting frustrated because there was so much gender politics in this, and it was getting to me a little bit.
You can notice it, yeah.
Yeah, because like, it's, you know, from the beginning to the end, it's throughout this whole movie. You know, you got, I don't know, we're spoiling it. So, you got female Captain Carter, you got female Marvel,
yeah. It's just like they kill off the boys. Like Black Bolt was so cool to see.
We like Black Bolt.
And then it was like kind of disposed of with ease. Like the most powerful
Mr.
voice.
Fantastic and
everything.
Black Bolt,
just
gone.
bam, dead, gone.
And then it's just a 3-way female fight, and I'm like, okay. And then it's like Captain Carter just going, I can do this all day, and then boom, sliced in bits. I'm like,
into
really?
the gut, yeah.
That's sad.
And I remember there was a little bit of a feeling when they all saw Captain Marvel, that version, get taken out. I was like, so Scarlet Witch does kill Captain Marvel. That's pretty cool.
But like Scarlet Witch running around like she's Terminator in some bits and just like acting like a crazy person because kids.
I can understand the horror element because that's Sam Raimi's like house. I think he did a good job with some of those moments, but that bit when they're standing in the hall waiting for her to come, I'm like, guys, just keep running. What he's doing?
Yeah.
Like, you've stalled her and stuff. And then, like, there's other stuff in there where, you know, when she does get America Chavez and then it cuts to Strange walking through the city, dissolving and stuff. And I'm like, all right, so why aren't you, like, why aren't you in a hurry to find your other alternate version? Why aren't you doing that? And it's sort of like, wow, this is dragging out. But then there's other bits when they're having the big fight sequences and stuff. I'm like, wow, this is a little bit too rushed. I want to stay in this fight.
Yeah.
Baron Mordo and Doctor Strange fighting without powers in that little hall nook. Yeah. That was so freaking awesome. I was like, you know what? The movie can just end right here.
Because I missed it.
Well, yeah, there was a knobhead next to us that was being a pain for you because you were directly next to him.
Well, I will go into some cinema etiquette.
People suck in the cinema because they don't know how to, you know, show up unsick or freaking showered because he stunk. He stunk apparently.
He was just breathing really heavily.
Yeah,
and just sniffing, just the constant sniffing. The guy in front of us was on his phone the whole movie.
Yeah, the whole movie. Like, we need to see it again because there was bits of dialogue that I missed.
Much I missed.
Not from just the like little...
I'm like leaning to stand, just going, oh, I can't even.
Yeah, so it's just like that was an issue, but we'll see this again because there was a few things that we did miss, and then like I feel like there's bits of dialogue, and obviously this does come across from the very first movie. Scott Derrickson did such a great job with that first one. I would have liked to have seen him return for this, but creative differences, and I can't understand why he was like, you know what, it should like, I can get him saying, what is the point in setting up Baron Mordo with Chiwetel Ejiofor and, you know, having this whole thing with the Avengers stuff and not get to have that contained story with Strange and stuff. Why are we doing this? It's because they wanted to make it a more diverse cast, which is sort of beating you over the head with it, like through some of those scenes. Like, you do pick it up and you're just like, oh, all right, whatever. It's not just Strange on this journey. It's got to be Wong as well. All right, it's got to be the MacGuffin.
I like the Kamatage.
Yeah, the America Chavez has to be the main one, and it's not Strange that stops her. He kind of hands the reins to America Chavez and says, like, you know, you can stop her. You can do it, kid. Don't worry. And I'm sort of like...
she's like, poof, I know how to use my powers.
Yeah. And it's really sort of that, how far do you go? Like, because I know there was reshoots for this. I think that when Eternals came out, and when Shang-Chi and Black Widow didn't do that well financially, and they were using the excuse of, oh, well, it's the big mass lockdown stuff. Yeah. But then you see Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, make serious money. And you see Spider-Man No Way Home make serious money. And it's like, you're running out of excuses, guys. You've got to dial it back. The activism's got to freaking let up now.
Slow it down. I mean, tell a story. That's all we want. We want you to tell us a story and stop throwing your politics in there.
Yeah,
that's so hard.
And it's also like we talked about it where. Remember when we went and saw the first Iron Man?
Yeah, amazing.
And there was none of this BS going on about we need more representation and stuff. It's like, no. It's a story about Tony Stark, Iron Man.
Yes.
And then they put in little hints of like, oh, look, the Manhattan Project and stuff where they talk about it.
They're peppering like
little
fan
stuff.
Service.
The first Thor movie was a Thor movie, but it was also him like becoming Thor as well.
Yeah.
But also had a bit of Loki and stuff in there. I know where they're going. I can understand when they were building up to the Avengers, they didn't have any of these issues of like, oh my God, it's just like, you know, because they label it as like, oh, it's just another white superhero and stuff. Like, yeah,
which is hurtful.
These characters have lasted for the last 50 plus years. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But when you take little hints of like, and you make Heimdall, you know, Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, yeah.
And you have
Works.
yeah,
Perfect.
that works fine. When you take the ancient one and make her like Celtic and stuff, and like
Works.
it's
And
yeah.
you know why it works? They're telling a story.
Yeah, they're not
slapping you in the face.
Forced kind of stuff. Yeah. So when you see,
you can have whatever race you want as a superhero. Just tell the story.
Yeah, and also too, when you got this whole like with them now, like I said, I know where it's going. They've got America Chavez in there. Not because like, oh my God, she's so popular and she's so freaking huge. Her comics sold like crazy. It's like, no, you're trying to build to the Kid Avengers. That's why, in a world where we literally have a Hawkeye TV series, and I haven't watched it because I know it's not the Hawkeye series. It's the Kate Bishop series. And it's like, we can't sell these characters on their own. We have to attach them to stuff that is successful because we know we can't sell them. So yeah, you're building to the Kid Avengers, but also too, you're trying to build to A-Force, when you sell a Loki series and it's not really with Loki. It's not the Loki that we know and love. It's pushed into that Sylvia or whatever. And then like
female Loki.
We're looking at the Thor trailer, Love and Thunder, and we're just like, oh, imagine if it wasn't Jane Foster, the character like that's been made into Thor in the last like 8-9 years in the comics that hasn't been doing that well. Imagine if it wasn't her grabbing it. Imagine if it was Beta Ray Bill grabbing it, because we're officially getting 4 Thor movies, and not one of them have Beta Ray Bill. I could be wrong; he could show up in it. But the issue I have now is like, we just saw a Doctor Strange movie that had like maybe 65% of Strange. It'd be about Strange.
It was
It does feel more like, yeah, we've got a lot of Scarlet Witch's story over here. Yeah, we've got a lot of America Chavez's story over here. Yeah, Strange is, he's a sorcerer, but he's not the Sorcerer Supreme. And you're just kind of like, all right, fine. Just do us a good story. And I feel this is a good story, but I still feel like there's a way better one that I could have gone with.
There's like a whole middle section where it was a really good story. And
yeah, there is some of that feeling when you do see all those characters there.
Yeah.
It's like, this is fun and all. I want to see Strange team up with the Illuminati, because he is part of the Illuminati in the freaking comics. I want to see him team up with them and go on the adventure. I don't really care for America Chavez. She's not that interesting to me. I don't really care about Scarlet Witch being unreasonable all of a sudden. Like, I want my kids. To the point where it's like, all right, fine, her mind's corrupted. But at the same time, it's like, oh man, like I feel like, and I know there was reshoots, I feel like they probably, with those reshoots, dialed back the whole wokeness stuff.
Maybe.
But there was so much in it. It's not gone unnoticed. But anyway,
straight away.
The end tag credit scenes. What do you think?
Meh.
Charlize Theron shows up.
Yeah, I didn't understand it. So
I don't know if she's Enchantress or whatever, but you're just sort of like, all right.
I mean, she looks great. Didn't really understand what that part was with Doctor Strange's third eye now just coming in with a guitar solo, so I'm not really...
That was cool. I really like that when they're doing the music fight.
The music fight was very picturesque.
That was really cool. I really enjoyed that. And like I said, like that fight with him fighting Baron Mordo, that was really cool. No powers, that was really cool. And then, I do feel like the tentacle dude freaking that they were fighting in the city. I was just like, all right, I'm over.
Yeah.
Like that halfway through that fight, I was like, all right, now enough. Just take him out. The
there's like an end scene where Doctor Strange takes over his dead corpse.
That was so
cool. Was epic. I really enjoyed that because it's got all the ghosts,
the demons.
He transforms them into a cape and attacks Scarlet Witch, and that was sick. He looked great.
Where she's like, "Don't you have to have a living version of you in that? You have to have a version of you living in that universe, but you're not there." And he's like, "Who says they have to be living?" I was like, oh, damn. And when you see him resurrect the other dead Strange out of the floor, I was like, that is so freaking cool. Like, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a really great scene. So I really enjoyed that scene. There's a whole bunch of stuff that we enjoyed. We love seeing John Kraninski as Mr. Fantastic. I can't wait to see if they actually do a Fantastic Four movie, because he was in it for
it is
not
coming
long.
But that universe, I think they can argue, we had alternate versions of those.
Yeah,
so
which means he's
they
in
don't
another
have
universe.
to. Yeah, they can cast him, or they can not even bother casting him. And reblind. That's the thing. They've already kicked up a hype now, so it could be something interesting where that version of the Fantastic Four are from another universe, and they. Are you okay? You got the hiccups. All right. But anyway, what did you guys think? Have you seen it? Are you looking forward to seeing it again? Because we're going to go and see it again, I think.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to actually see everything.
Yeah.
Not get annoyed by everyone in the cinema.
And also, too, I know that there's going to be stuff that we've missed.
Oh, 100%.
Because it does seem like they have seeded this with a lot of stuff, but... while everyone's saying there's no plan, I was like, they do have a plan. You see it in plain sight. If you know your comics, if you know your stories, if you've been reading it as long as I have, it's just, it's the writing's on the wall. They're going towards Kid Avengers. They're going towards A-Force. Yeah. I don't know if we'll get another Avengers movie. I think, right now, don't do it. Don't even bother trying to reorganize the team of Avengers and stuff. Just... leave it as Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, and,
Unfortunately, I don't think
Cap.
they will.
Yeah, because it's too much of a huge name and stuff.
Yeah, too much money into it, so they're just going to keep appealing to the younger audience as we go along.
And I was expecting a few other surprises in there. I really honestly was hoping to see, Strange, bam, he hits another universe or another realm and stuff, and he's like... He's hearing Vision going, intruder alert, and then he gets up and he's like, what the hell's going on? And he looks over and it's not Vision, it's a panel on the wall. And he's like, Vision? And then he hears behind him, clank, 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 walk up, helmet opens up, it's Downey Jr. As Tony Stark again in an alternate world where it wasn't him that did the snap, it was freaking Pepper who did the snap and died, leaving him to have to raise their son or whatever, but it's wishful thinking. It could have happened, but it didn't. But
it'd probably be in an outtake somewhere.
Oh, who knows? It would be very cool if it did actually happen. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, let us know what you thought in the comments below. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch.
And thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.